Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are, and welcome to another stream of the Top Echelon. This time we are streaming the finals for the Asia server, and honestly, I can't wait. It's going to be epic. Has to be, because this is the top 4 of the Top Echelon, and we've seen some really fun gameplay so far, so I'm counting that we will continue to see really fun gameplay onwards. And I'm going to take away the preview now so that you can see the scoreboard that we ended up with yesterday. And that shows that these 4 teams are through to the final stage, which is Act 1, LSA, E7 and Feast. And this is what it looks like. Act 1 will go up against E7 and Feast will go up against LSA. And I actually don't know for sure which one I'll be following, so we'll see when the room invite comes, which should be in not all too long now. And then we just can see what happens. Either way, it's going to be great fun. We're going to start off on Middelburg and Faust. Middelburg, it's the best of 3, so the one that gets the 2 victories first basically wins. I'm going to make sure. I think that's also the case for the finals. Let me just check. Yeah, also best of 3. I would like it if that was a best of 5, to be honest. A little less depending on luck that way, or RNG. But yeah, this is my garage. It looks really fancy with the spider avatar and just basically nothing in there. There's no filter here. These are my 3 tanks on the Asia server. But yeah, I'm looking forward to these matches. And Wargaming actually checked because last night we didn't get an invite on NA again. So Wargaming just made sure that everything is set in order for things to go right. So I should get a room invite. The link in the game is the right one and all of that. And yeah, so hopefully for today, both Asia and EU and NA will work as intended. I'll be streaming all of them. And in EU, I'll be streaming Imor versus Appa. I already know that, but I don't know who I'm streaming here. But it would be logical to assume that I'm going to be streaming Act 1 versus E7. I love E7 as a clan. Disney princesses for the win. So I'll be happy to see them play again. But right now I'm just waiting for YouTube to catch up so that we can actually just activate the stream on YouTube. That's also why I always start like about 7 minutes too early. Because I just want to make sure that everything is working as intended. And it gives me time to rectify some errors if I have some. So I'm just waiting for YouTube to catch up to the fact that I am streaming. Which should be in about 10 seconds. And then I can activate that. And then we can focus on the game itself and the games that we will be seeing. Overall, it's been a weekend filled with technical difficulties and human errors on all sides. And I'll just be happy when the stream is active. Because then I know that things are working as they should. Because it's kind of nerve-wracking when you know that YouTube isn't accepting what you are sending it and you don't know why. And apparently that's everything to do with the fact that they're switching over to a new system. But it makes it very, very annoying and very, very frustrating and tiring and stressful. To be honest, I don't mind some human error or to just make some mistakes. I mean, we're all human. It's logical that that happens. But it is just tiring when things aren't going as they should. Especially when it's out of your hand. But at the same time, I don't get all that frustrated then. Because there's no use to it. It's very useless to get frustrated at something that you can't change. So yeah, now I'm just waiting. There we go. YouTube is now live. And of course you hear that in like 5 minutes. Because there's a 5-minute delay on the stream. Because we want to avoid anyone being able to stream snipe anyone else. And that means that there's a 5-minute delay so that no one can see the lineup of anyone else. So that is basically it. We are seeing a very pretty golden moth that just vanished into thin air. They do that here. And we are just waiting for the room invite that should be up in about a minute, I think. Let me see. Yeah, just about a minute, then it will be there. In the meantime, YouTube is not behaving as it should, so I'm refreshing that page. And then we should be ready. I'll take you over the map when we are actually in the room with the guys. So that we know for sure what maps we're gonna get. And yeah, not much else to say right now until we have a room, until we have a clue what's going on. And there we go, there's a room. And I am streaming NSA versus Feast. Okay, that's... okay. I did not know that. So that's what we will be streaming first off. Should be fun. And we are starting on Middelburg, as I said. So let me just grab that map for you. Middelburg looks something like this. You have one base in the hill and you have 2 bases in town. Basically, it is very difficult to dominate 2 bases on this map, because city isn't all that easily held, and the hill is the one with the advantageous positions, but you can't have 2 bases there. So overall, people tend to do a lot of things in this map, and it's always a guess what they're gonna do. In my opinion, I would prefer to stay city side because you have the bases closest to each other, and then it's a matter of holding once you get hold of both bases. But that is something that we'll have to see what they do. Generally, when you see a very mobile lineup, they will go hill, and when you see a very heavy lineup, they will stay city. And once we've had that, we are going on to Faust for a tiebreaker if we get it. And I hope we do, because I love Faust as a map. Faust looks like this. You have 4 bases, 2 bases close to the spawn, base B cheekily in the middle, and base A, which is more to the corner and it's considered the map base. And it's actually a great fun map because you have tunnels and you have hills and bridges and all of that. And yet there have so many cheeky shots into very cheeky positions from cheeky positions. I'm saying cheeky a lot, but it is with good reason, because that is what it is. I like it when it's not standard, when it's original, when you have like, wait, I can get that shot, and then you do it. But that is basically it. I'm going to remove the map so that it won't be in the screen for you. And we will see what happens. We have Feast almost completely readied up. We have NSA pretty much readied up. I see Maddox is going... I think... No, that's not Maddox. That's one of the teammates. I'm actually the one streaming this. I hope that Maddox is streaming the other one. Because that would be fun as well. I like it when all matches are covered. And of course, in some ways, with round robins and stuff, that is impossible. But it would be fun if as many matches as possible can get covered. Because then you see more of the whole development of the tournament and all of that. So with 2.5 minutes left to go, the teams are still readying up, but we have plenty of time, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's see. I'm just waiting for them to ready up. It's very useless for me to start giving a lineup when they are not readied up. But considering on what I see right now, I would assume that NSA is going to stay in town. They will phone 40 because otherwise you have a heavy that starts on top, and if that's the mouse you have a challenge. But they are readying up in the 215B, a 113, 2 IS4s, a 140, a mouse and an IS7. And on the other side we see a lot more mobility. And we are not quite ready there yet. There we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Object 140s, 2 AMX 50Bs and an E50M. So that's either going to mean that they're going to take the hill with one and push on, or they're going to rush city. And I would think that they're probably going to rush city, because that's probably what the enemy would not expect them to do. But with the DPM that they have, those AMXs are the biggest risk, because once they've unloaded their clip, they will be useless for quite some time. But you want to use those clips early on and get a tank out of the way, and combined with the DPM that the Mets have, it could just work. So I think we will be seeing Feast rushing straight through town and basically wrecking things and tanks and NSA, potentially. But it depends on how well NSA can hold. If they aren't too forwards in their style, and if they hold well, if they basically catch the rush, then it can work really well. Because with all the buildings in Middelburg, it's hard to sort of like rush one target, depending on where the target is. So yeah, I'm hoping that we get to see some epic replay, but I have a feeling we're going to enter a straight-on brawl almost immediately. Depending on... No, the question is more where the brawl will come from. Will it go over the hills, or will it go straight into town? But in 50 seconds, we get to go into the battle, and we get to see where they go, and if we see that rush or not. And here we go. Lots of different avatars. And I wonder what is going through NSA's mind when they see this lineup. Because they should just stick together. And NSA is actually heading towards the hill with this heavy lineup. Whereas we see we see Feast doing the same thing. So let's just go there. The object is holding him back very wisely. And this means that they could just have the hill. We see the first one being spotted. Pixel Rage bouncing a shot there. No damage has been done. Base C is being kept. And they are taking positions to hold. Whereas the heavies are slowly moving into positions. The AMXs are not necessarily pulling back. We see some damage being done. But not all that much yet. Ooh, Miku just got absolutely hammered. But now they are going to town, and that's a very good call, because it will take them forever to get anywhere with this lineup. And there goes Miku, and they are stealing the base, but now they have the chance to cap 2 bases in town, which I think is what they will do. Base A being kept, shot going at the... Ooh, he does get hit in the end. But now they have a base, and now they can get another. And the question is, what will LSA do now? They seem to be splitting up, and I don't think that's a right call. We have Pixel Rage staying at the back. And we see LSA preparing to hold. They are going towards base B. We have the mouse now going in. They can't afford them to let them get base B, but at the same time, rushing with the mouse in a 215B might not work out as intended. And they can't possibly decap that. So now the mouse has to be very careful with those AMXs. And he's getting hammered straight off. And he's actually abandoning base B, which I think is a good call. But at the same time, he's on his own. He's surrounded by enemies. Pixel Rage is being absolutely hammered at the back. One of the AMXs is almost dead as well. There goes the AMX. The other AMX is getting shot. Basically, it was a very nice idea by Feast, but they're getting absolutely hammered for their troubles. There goes the AMX. There goes the A50M. And now we have 2 140s remaining. Versus 7 tanks. Well, 6 now. It was too good to be true for it to be a 7-0. They are even stealing the base, even though they really don't have to, because the only one left is Moist. And he's not going to survive this much longer. He's not even going to be able to make a kill with this amount of HP against him. And there he goes. So that is the first match, and it is gone to LSA. I think if Feast had pushed more aggressively and gone straight down and Miku hadn't died, it could have been quite different. So we now see some changes happening on both sides. There's only one spectator available, by the way, just so you know. You can't have 2 this match. It's actually set so in the tournament thing. But yeah, we have LSA completely readied up in a 215B, 2 IS4s, a 113, an Object 140, a mouse, and an IS7. And we see Feast that is completely readied up with 2 113s, a 268, a Leo 1, 3 113s even, a 268, a Leo 1, and 2 IS4s. And in 40 seconds we get to see what happens. I honestly hope that they know that I'm not taking a slot from them. Yesterday Kraken thought I did. Well, it's actually in the tournament section. So yeah. And in 13 seconds we get to see what happens. And we did enter quite a brawl. I think Feast lost too much HP going down. I actually thought they would go down. If they had, they might have had this, because then they would have had the 2 caps, and it would take the heavies quite long to get down again. But here we go. And let's see what they do this time. And again, LSA is focusing on the hillside, whereas Feast is doing the same thing as well. With the 140 going into spotting position, wanting to see what's happening. He spots the Leo, he shoots the Leo, but he doesn't see the rest. And the Leo, I think, Pixel is going to cap the bases, especially once they realize. And now, oof. Ramoon could be in massive trouble there. He's also in a position where he can't really easily pull back. But it will take some time for them to get there. With the IS-7 going back, potentially to spot. Base C and base B have been capped. We have the heavies and the TD here, just waiting. That's a tricky thing, because now they're splitting. And that means that if the heavies push, they might get away with this. Object 140, can't see them yet. He's going to meet them soon. There we go. He spotted just one, but he's not taking any chances. He's going back. And in the meantime we see some HP being lost in town. The heavies now making a move. Pushing the hill, but they are basically sacrificing their IS-4. And now we see a rush happening. Base A is being capped. The 215B is getting hammered. The mouse is getting shot. And it's all about taking the cover that they need. Leo taking a massive hit there. 215B moving in. 268 ignoring the mouse. They want that 215B. The mouse just been obliterated. The 215B now next in line. But he has some help. Base C is being kept. We have a one-on-one going on down below. But I'm just focusing you on these guys. So now we have the 140 arriving at the back. Oof, there goes the 113. And again, it was a very good idea from Feast, but I don't think it's going to work out for them. They are taking out some guns from the equation though. And they could do this. There goes Leo. It's now 4-on-3. But HP wise, it will be very difficult. Oof, especially since that shot from Moist just missed. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. And now it's just a 113. And the IS-4. First a lot of tanks. And LSA is showing some really lovely focus fire. They all went for the same target. And he can get another shot in. But it's not. It's going to be his last, I think. There he goes. One more shot. And that will be the end of him. And there he goes. And that means that LSA is through to the upper bracket finals. And Feast is down through to the lower bracket finals. I still have a container, so let's quickly look at that. Just some credits. And let's see if we have a result for the other side yet. Let's see what happened here. Ooh, okay. I did not see that coming after the way that Act 1 has been steadily gathering all the points in the round robin. 2-0 for E7. Oh my god, go Disney princesses. So we get to see either Act 1 versus Feast or E7 versus LSA next. That's going to be interesting though. regardless of what match we get. Would be great fun to see this, so I can't wait. Actually, no, let me just check. When is the next match? In 20 minutes. Is that the same for this? Yeah, in 20 minutes. That is quite a long time in between, though. But that does mean that I get to show you some replays. I have some fun ones. And let's see what happens. I have one from Oops, I Killed You Again. And that is actually should be a fun one because it is in a grill. And most of all, it does not have a camper medal. And I'm a great fan of grill matches that do not have a camper medal. I actually really dislike people camping in a grill. So let's take a look at this. And again, I think the ideas that Feast had could have really worked out, but it's just... I don't know. It didn't. No supremacy. So our grill is going towards the middle. Going into a bush there. He has some targets. Ooh, there's lag in this replay. Look at the stop motion tanks. Apparently that's like a bug in the replay. It's not actually in the game, but it's just weird. Gorilla has to be careful because he doesn't have that much HP. Nice shot there. I do not like that camo. It doesn't look good. Gorilla has so many more pretty camos that work a lot better. And for me, I use the Troublemaker because a camo named the Troublemaker is just awesome. I like it when things don't take things all too seriously. You don't need help, there's no one around. No one is shooting you. And if you didn't zoom out when you shoot, that could have been a pen. And there comes the E75. There we go, nice shot. And he's carefully pulling back after each shot, which I think is a very good call, because look at the T-54 looking at him. Nice big shot there. We are 3k, and he basically didn't really... He does kind of camp. But he's quite forwards. And now he's going to help his teammate, I think. Or maybe he's just running around. Not sure where he's going. It is 5 versus 5, so anything can happen. So let's see where he is going. Okay, now he's definitely going to camp. He's going here. Good position though. Nice little fire. And he did not get spotted for that. E75 is turning around though, so he has to be careful. Now he has been spotted, so he has to be careful because the grill is there, along with the FV. And he is going for that E75. Not sure what he's doing. He could have taken out the E75 easy. There we go. Now it's 3 on 3. The 30B we know. There's the Death Star. But where did the grill go? There's the grill. Nice shot there. 4.5k damage in. He really doesn't need to pull back that far. Now he just has to be very careful. If he finds the DS. I think he means it's up to you. Slight difference. He needs to take out the grill first. The grill seems to have the most of the brain. Oof, that worked. The KPF is so rude though. There we go. Just one vehicle left. Yeah, he definitely should go behind the back. If the FV reloads in time, it will be the end of the object. But I'm not sure. Apparently the object can shoot. There we go. 4 kills, 6.2k damage, nicely done. Nice little ace, high caliber. Bit of camping in the beginning, but nicely reworked around the whole map and all of that. Quite a fan of that. So we still have 30 minutes left to go. By the way, I do not check messages while streaming because you never know what someone is sending. And I don't accept friend requests on this account because I don't play on this account. But now I was testing out the tanks that were in the store. And I figured like I want to test them to see if I like them. And then this happened. Mind you that it's always a little bit glitchy in replays when you sniper mode, so forgive me for a little bit of blocky movement. But I'm hoping you will enjoy this. I'm saving another one for you tonight, and I absolutely love that one. Probably gonna show this again as well, by the way, in one of the streams, because I'm not assuming that anyone will see all 3 streams. And it does look quite pretty like this. And the thing is that I think that it fits my current playstyle, so I'm at a bit of a loss because I'm still not sure whether or not I should actually get it. But I'm based on these battles, I just need to play it a bit more to see whether or not that stays. But based on these 2 battles, I would get the tanks. So let's see what happens here. Also, a bit of a fun fact. Spotting works in the direction that you're pointing your turrets. So even if you're just driving, if you keep your turret straight on, it will only look into that. So now I'm proximity spotting the guy trying to cap. I'm noobing out there. I'm lucky to not get shot for it. But I'm repositioning myself a little bit to see if I can shoot this guy as he crosses over. Which I don't, because I shoot the ground just under his tracks, which is very useful. Shots happening. Tiger P is here. Let's have a little cheeky shot and another bounce. It really does fit my playstyle. I like playing like this and getting away with it. So I want to shoot that guy really bad. And I know that I missed that because you saw him go forwards when I just shot. So I know there's a Yak Panther 2 there. J Panther. But I'm not sure if I want to shoot him and waste a shot, because it is quite a long reload that this tank has. There we go, he shoots me, but I shoot back. And I do 4 more damage, so yeah. Not all useless. But now the Tiger 2 is going. I'm pulling back so I can shoot him. And then I shoot the ground straight in front of me, so that was very epic. The IS-3 is going absolutely YOLO here. And I'm going... I do get shot for that. But I land another one in the Tiger P. The T-43 is in a really annoying position. And I don't understand why he's not taking punishment for that. I can't really shoot him here. But it has everything to do with the J-Panther 2 at the back there. And I shoot the building when I try, so that's very useless. But now he actually messes up. And that was really funny. I don't think he would like it, but I did. So now I have to be careful, because it's 2 versus 4. And my teammate is nowhere near me. And just as I shoot, we see that he's actually moved. And I'm going forwards to avoid getting shot by him. My teammate does shoot him though. I shoot him, I track him, and my teammate kills him before he can actually shoot me. I do take some damage for going here. And I actually take the time to mess up that shot. Bounce a few shots. Pull back. Have a nice little corpse here. And now I just need to pull back because TD there is my biggest threat. But they are both one-shots for me. Or they can be at least. I do nuke that up by being over-angled. And then I just go forwards. Because my teammate is actually being epic and camping the base and killing people. So he's actually doing exactly what he has to do. So I'm quite a fan of that. But here he comes. And I shoot him. And then I'm just like, my biggest chance is for him to not let him hit me. I do bounce that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that again. So I'm actually just hoping that my frontal armor holds up and I kill him. And we are 3.4, well, nearly 5k damage in. Didn't do a heck lot, but it was a funny match. So I quite enjoyed that. So, based on this, I really like the tank and I might really want it. So now we are just waiting for the room invite to come up. Which should be in like 4 minutes, so I'm not gonna bother showing you another replay. Because I don't want to accidentally miss anything. So we just wait, we admire the little thing here. And I'll save the replay that I have in this tank for the EU tonight, I think. Or maybe between the stages next. Depending on how much time is between that. It does look quite fancy, doesn't it? But yeah, overall I quite like those tanks. I need to play them more because based on one battle and one ace, I can't really decide whether or not I love a tank. And then, knowing me, I'll probably get them. For some reason, your playstyle changes every now and again. There are times when you like the fast tanks, when you like the heavies, or the TDs, or something in the middle and all of that. And I've never been a fan of derp and derp guns. But these guns derp quite a bit. And I quite like them. But I think I like the combination of the playstyle that goes with the tank as well. So yeah. It just shows it's on PC because I'm streaming it on PC, regardless of whether he played on touch or PC, it will always show it with PC controls then. Just hope that gets through, because basically it doesn't matter what device you played the replay on. As long as I played on PC, you see it with PC controls. It doesn't mean you actually played it on PC. Just so you know. You learn more every day. So the room invite should be up pretty shortly, I think. Yeah, in just a minute and a half thereabouts. And then we get to see who we got to stream. And the reason, by the way, that I'm streaming this all using PC is the fact that there is... I don't know what he... Actually, I'm just gonna ask. Oops. Do you play on PC or on touch? Because the thing is that it will show it with PC controls regardless of how he played it. But my own replay was played on my iPad, and that showed PC controls as well. So room invite should be up momentarily. Basically the whole replay thing, I quite like it. I would like it more if you saw actually the controls, but I think as they are on the device that it was played on. Ah, we are LSA versus E7. So we are going to Desert Sands, and I'm just gonna grab that for you. Desert Sands look like this. You have base A in the desert, base B in the city, and base C in between the buildings in the city. Overall, I quite like this map, but I much prefer the base A side because I feel the positioning in the desert is so much better than it is in the city. And you can actually decap base B from base A. And it is harder from base C, but base C is more secluded, so it's a safer cap, really. So that is that map. And let's see what I said. After Desert Sands, we get another desert map, which is Oasis Bombs. You have base C in the desert, base B in the town, and base A in the upper right corner. I generally don't prefer to go base B because unless you know where the enemy team is, you can get shot to hell there. I generally prefer to go towards base C because I feel the positioning around that base is a lot stronger than in the rest of the map. But that is going for randoms. Of course, these are team battles and a lot more is possible. And yeah, we just have to wait and see what they do here. But we have seen quite a few tactics where people push through the middle and then go to and along with C. But generally people don't go down the middle when they go to A. Generally they stay up then. But it will be fun to see what they do. Like I said, it is a nice... It is a nice little map. So that is it. In the meantime, by the way, Revolve is convinced that in PC it's a lot easier to do high damage games. I honestly don't know that. But it did just have a 5k damage game in tier 8 on touch, so I'm not complaining. I think it might have to do with the fact that a lot of people have the same control mode on, so that they don't meet PC players. Thing is, I can't play PC to save my life. It is very exhausting to see me play PC because then I will literally drive into anything and everything. I can't do it. I'm very bad at games or anything that makes me have to use the mouse on one hand and keyboard on the other. It just doesn't work. But yeah, I definitely prefer touch. I'm quite fond of it. And it works for me. But then I can't play on my phone either, because the screen is just too small. I remember that it was already such a change when I went from the iPad mini to an actual iPad. I was like, wow, massive screen, and I suddenly performed a whole lot better. But yeah, with a minute and a half left to go, LSA is ready with 2 IS7s, 2 113s, and 3 i7s even, and 2 140s. And we see that our Disney princesses have rated up in a 121B, which I hope has the fancy camo, because it looks so pretty. An M60, an MX-30B, a Chieftain MK6, a Waffle. I'm hoping that they're still changing things, because this is not what you want. You don't want tier 9 vehicles in tier 10 matches. Come on. Yeah, I know you have tier 10s. You are going to change it. This is just troll. But they have 45 seconds left to change. There we go. Tanks being changed. I hope Olaf follows the same example. Ah, the 121B is not being taken. But with 30 seconds left, Olaf still has a Leo at PTA, and there he goes. He goes to change it. Oh, this is actually good. Someone just told me that the players in E7 are not girls. That is good to know, because I was just like contemplating whether or not I should call them he's or she's because of the names. But yeah, good to know. And we have a Merida. Oh my god, I love it. So E7 has readied up with a Batchat, an E50M, 213s, an AMX50B, a 268, and an IS4. And I love that we have a Merida now. I need to know who that was before, but that is awesome. The only one not fitting in now is Sparky D. The rest is all Disney. So let's go and see what they do. So we have the 140 that is about... Sorry. We have the 140s that are just about to meet the Batchat and the E50M, and they actually already shot the Batchat. So that's a good thing. And E7 is now sort of putting back there. I think they are waiting for the rest of the team. The Batchat has been spotted though. And we see NSA that has completely grouped together in the desert, and they might just go and rush people. They are doing that very carefully though, without getting spotted. They are capping the base. The 113s are holding back. I think they are readying a rush. But they will have to be careful with the campers that are at the train tracks for E7. And now they are slowly rushing. And E7 is basically holding. They're sending one guy off to cap base C, I believe. But all in all, the game seems a little bit still right now. Not much is happening. The AMX is going to cap. We have the IS7s at the back there holding. Not much HP has been lost yet. No, that's not right. I'm just gonna say that right now in the tournament chat. You can actually see that there's only one streamer allowed, one spectator allowed per team. I'll clarify that in a moment. I hope someone knows this and will tell him this. But I need to focus on the battle now. The AMX is getting hit. Base C and Base B are both being capped by LSA now. There we go. Base A is being stolen, but seriously, LSA has the advantage now. But the 113 just got absolutely hammered going over there, and that is a bounce that he is lucky to get. So now we enter the next stage of sort of stalemate. Emerald's taking some damage as he goes over into the desert. And now he's unspotted, so free to do what he wants. Sparky has been spotted. Takes some damage straight off. Bounces on the IS-7. And now we have people pushing over here, over the train tracks. And we see a sort of brawl commencing. Meanwhile, Emerald is losing a ton of HP. We have Merida and Mulan that are moving in. Racius has just lost a ton of HP. This poor 113 is not going to survive for much longer. Actually, he's not going to survive at all. There he goes. But there goes Emerald as well. Olaf is getting murdered. Basically, tanks are dropping left and right. And it's all about the focus fire. And now it is 4 versus 3 on this side of the map. Well, it's actually 4 versus 4. But it's basically... Nah, it could go either which way, to be honest. Cinderella taking hits there. Mulan using the corpse but getting shot from behind and dying. Liberty almost gone. He is the next in line to die. There he goes. And it's 3 versus 2. It's 2 versus 2. And they go every which way. If they focus fire, they could have this. But the battle is finished. And it is for LSA. And I'm really hoping that someone can contact... Oop, that was a bit too fast. I'm just gonna message him actually. I'm extra. Wargaming said that both teams are only allowed 1 spectator in top echelon. Echelon, it's in the tournament channel on the big Wargaming Discord. Wargaming Blitz Discord, I should say. Not much I can do about that, guys. Honestly, sorry, but I can't. It's not up to me. Wargaming decided that you're only allowed 1 spectator at this stage. Elsa is also the only spectator on the other side. I don't count, I'm extra. And we have LSA completely readied up with 3 IS-7s, 2 113s and 2 Object 140s. And we have E7 ready with 1 113, a 121B, and that has to pretty come up because Ariel's driving it. A 268, an IS-7, a Batchat, and 2 IS-4s. So again, I'm sorry for not allowing you to spectate. It's not up to me. I'm not disallowing you anything. But Wargaming set 1 spectator for each. And there's nothing I can do about that. I'll send it on later again to the other members so that they know. But here we go. So let's see what happens. So we have E7 focusing primarily on the desert side again, along with LSA doing the same thing. We have the 140s that are going forward that will meet the gorgeous 121B Invincible. That looks so good. The Batchat managing to not get hit there. Oh, but look at this tank. It is so gorgeous. I absolutely love this camo. It's the prettiest camo in the game. Object 140 taking a shot into the IS-7 there. Managing to not get hit himself. Yamashiro pulling back. And they've already kept the base. They are keeping base B as well. And with all of LSA in the desert like this, it could work out really badly for them point-wise. But at the same time, if they push this, if they push right, but they need to push together, and they need to call targets. There we go, Emerald is being called. But that's not the one that they're shooting. They're basically now shooting Mulan. And they're sealing base A. The 121 is moving in. The 113 is almost dead. The Batchat is blasting away. Mulan is almost dead. But not before the 113 from LSA dies first. There goes Emerald, there goes Mulan. And it can still go every which way. The IS-7 is next in line. But now they are basically it's just a massacre really. I'm just gonna hold you like this so that you can see more of what's going on. There goes Iron War Chest. And they will need to work together to make this work. The Object 140 lost a lot of HP there. Sparky is almost dead, but the Batchat is reloading. And anything can still happen. It is 4 versus 4. Sparky is almost gone. The Batchat's gonna take out the 140. There he goes. And now we have Ariel facing off against the 140 here. And the 140 should have him. There we go. It is 3 versus 2. But Racious is going to die pretty quickly, I believe. Especially when that Batchat reloads. Ooh, that bounce though. That was pretty vital. And he's still alive somehow. It's not gonna last another reload. There we go. And now it is 2 versus 1. And the 268 is going after the object. But as long as the object stays behind it, it's fine. Both teams have a base. E7 has a point advantage. But it's not gonna last. When these two are going up against one object 268. That is a lovely damage. Look at that. The I7 and the Object 140. The Object 140 there. That was lovely. And they have it. I actually can't grab this text and copy it. Hey there. Just to clarify, I don't take a spectator slot of yours. Wargaming said both teams are only allowed one spectator in the top echelon. It's on the big server of Wargaming Blitz in the... I just hate people thinking that I'm taking something away from them when I'm really not. Tournament channel. Ah, this is nice. So I'm glad they understand that now. It's just that kind of stuff. I've been blamed for things I haven't done before, and it's kind of painful when people get a really bad opinion of you when there's not actually anything you're doing. So yeah, we got... Ooh, E7 took it home. We just saw this. No, actually. No, we just saw it. Never mind me. It's gonna be E7 versus Act 1 next. And that is happening in about 20 minutes. So we have a little bit of time. Which means that I can find you some more replays to play. And that actually means that I'm going to show off the other game that I had as well. Because I absolutely loved it. But I'm first going to take 2 seconds to myself to do something that I really need to do. That I don't want to bother you with because it sounds gross. 1 second. There we go. And don't bother trying to discover what I did. I'm not gonna tell you. So with that in mind, let's see what happens. I'm really hoping to have a giveaway soon, to be honest. Next week I'm doing a charity stream, by the way. Shameless plug for that. And I will be giving away some things there, which include real life prizes, like tank pins and stuff, but also pretty much virtual stuff. I'm just waiting for Wargaming to tell me what I can give away there. But yeah, I definitely hope to be able to do a giveaway at 4K subs. Otherwise, I'll probably find a way to do something myself. And Yeah, but basically that's it. I'm going to show you that other game that I had today that I absolutely love. And it is a replay that I will be showing again in one of the other streams probably. I don't have that many replays to show this time around. And again, I was just testing this tank to see whether or not I like it. And then this happened basically in the first game that I had in it. So let's see what happens. Actually, I know what happens, but you don't. And again, just like the other tank, I think this tank kind of fits my playstyle right now. Not necessarily always. I remember that when it first came out I didn't quite like it, but right now it just works for me. And again, please no spoilers, don't be rude. Nice little bounce and a shot into the ground there. I don't think I will bounce him again. In fact, I know that I don't. But I do get a nice little shot into him. And now I just have to wait. He has been tracked, which helps me a great deal. Because then I just need to make sure that I am aimed and then I can kill him. Overall, I like this tank better than the 111, to be honest. Because of shots like that. I can't shoot that guy, unfortunately, and he pulls back too far. And I don't want to risk too much. I'm actually taking too long here. And then when I do try to shoot, I actually shoot the mountain, which is absolutely useless. But I just pull back and see what happens. Now he's a one shot and I bounce the shot, so that definitely helps. And now we have a full-on YOLO Su 101. And that is looking to get obliterated. Gun depression on this tank is awful though. And there goes the Su. Which makes sense. There we go, nice little fire. And he gets deleted by my teammate. And I decide, knowing where the other two are, that I'm going to go after the Panther. And for a slight moment I wonder if I can shoot him like this. I try and I do absolutely nothing with it. So I activate my adrenaline. Which is quite useless because he's running away from me. So it doesn't really help much. I have HE loaded. But this does help. He actually gets stuck a little bit. And I can shoot him in the bum. And cause a little fire. But I have two teammates left. I want to get the Panther out of the way. But he's just running around in circles. Which doesn't really help matters. So now there's only one teammate left. I have to go around the corpse. And with the Panther running around, I decide to just turn around here. And see what I can do. Which luckily includes this shot. Because now I'm in a Kodobanov situation. And I just have to play this carefully. The Panther doesn't seem to have much of a brain. But the Rudy might peek out where I need him to. Which he does, so I can kill him. And I'm just like, I can go after the Panther here. But the Panther is actually coming for me. Which helps me greatly. But he's still a two-shot. And if he starts to circle me, I might be in trouble. I want to HE him really bad, but I won't be able to from the side. So I decide to not do that. And just shoot him with AP instead. Only now I've run out of AP. So I need to use heat. And it means I need to aim a little bit above the tracks, which is what I do. And then I kill him. And now there's one guy left. I'm not a one-shot for him. But he's not a one-shot for me either. But that is a nice pen. I'm lucky with that. And he tries to use his epic gun depression to get me, but he bounces, and that is very lucky for me. So now with him positioned like this, I think he doesn't know that I can pen his cheeks, so I shoot him. And that is the end of the match. I did 5.1k damage in the tier 8 vehicle. I'm not too unhappy with that. Got a Coda Ben of high caliber and a Ratley. And this is like, I like battles like this. I really do. So now we just have to wait. I think we have about 50 minutes left, maybe? No, I think less. 12 minutes. So that means that I have time for another replay. Let me find you one. That will hopefully last a little bit less. Again, I don't have that many replays, so I'm actually going to have to play in between the streams today. But I am going to show you this one. This is actually a match of a great friend of mine. And a fellow moderator on the big server. And this is actually a tank I really haven't played. I've just played the tier 10. And then got a first class in the only game that I've ever played in it. But I really like it. But I've not really tested the rest. Just typing a good night to Dwarf there, because he's always been really helpful to me. And he's going into the camping positions. Why don't camp? And he's now going into a different camping positions. And he fell down. Ah, not really. He's attempting to go there again. I don't... Why camp? Don't camp. Nice little cheeky shot there. And he doesn't get spotted for it. Ooh, tracking shot only. No damage done, and now he has been spotted. And with that, he's pulling back. And is going to go into a different position. Question is, which one? I think he's going to go after the Bulldog on top of the Citadel there. Now he's actually taking a different position. And if he aims carefully, he should have this. There we go. You saw the shot fly. That was actually quite nice. I can't pronounce his new name, by the way. His old name was Maverick, so I always call him Mav. Now he has to be careful not to get circled, but he should be okay. There we go. Second kill. And let's see what he's doing now, where he's going to go. It is 5 versus 5. Yeah, that's not gonna stop the ice tree. That would mean people thinking and working together and all of that. So let's see where Mav goes. If he goes through the water or over the bridge. I'm always like, if you can go over the bridge and you know there's no, or at least you don't think that there's enemies there, just go over the bridge. He's avoiding the fence there, which I think is a really good call. And now he's about to spot some campers, I think. There's the Borsig. HE has been loaded. Borsig is going down. Borsig is gonna get shot. There we go. Not a nice shot. There we go. Nice. Steal the kill. Oof. No, that didn't hurt. You did no damage. I hate it when a crew says stuff like that, which makes absolutely no sense. There we go. Sue moving. Yeah, you are getting help. Don't worry. Ooh. Nice. Only one tank left. And now he's slowly moving into the ultimate camping position. Or not. He decides to just go down instead. But where did the Sioux go? Not much time left. Ah, there he is. Let's see what happens. They should be able to do this though. Especially when he's completely ignoring Math and going after the ice tree instead. There we go. Nicely done. I have no idea what he's trying to say there. Nice ace, but he did get a camper medal. Didn't expect anything else, to be honest. But nice match. And now we just need to wait for the room invite, which should be up soon. In about half a minute, actually. And yeah, like I said, I'll probably be showing these replays again. Because A, I don't have that many, and B, I'm pretty proud of the ones that I had. And the one that Mav has, he's from NA, so I definitely need to show that on NA as well. There we go, room invite. And we have E7 versus Act 1. So we are starting off on Alpenstadt. And I'm going to call up the map for you. This is what Alpenstadt looks like. You have base C, which is considered the heavy base. Base B in the middle of the city. And base A, which is considered the med base. It is a fun map. It's not really easy to dominate two bases from one location, but A and B come closest. Or at least A to B, not actually B to A. And base C is just a little bit off. But it is a very nice little map. Lots of differences in height and all of that. So I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing them play on here. Again, best of 3, so person that gets the first 2 victories wins. And after Alpenstadt, we are moving to Black Goldville, which looks like this. You have base A, which is the med base, base C, the heavy base, and base B, the base in the middle. And that generally gets you killed when you try to cap it, because there's so many lines of fire into it. At the same time, if you do manage to cap it, it will be very hard for your enemy to get it back. So that is actually quite nice. Oh, again, I keep hoping for tiebreakers, mostly because I like streaming more matches. So yeah. So I am on the princess's side this time. I love that we have a Merida. And Oxblood still not a Disney princess. Sparky D also not, but all the Disney people, I love it. In 3 minutes we get to see what happens. And we have Maddox on the other side also streaming. And both teams are completely readied up already. We have 2.5 minutes left to go. And then we get to see what happens and who is going on to the grand finals for the Asia server. And on E7's side we see 2 Object 140s, an E50M, a Foch, 2 AMX 50Bs and an IS-7. And on Act 1 side we see 2 113s, 2 IS-7s, still 2 IS-7s, an Object 140, a Mouse and a 1A3. We haven't seen a Death Star yet this time around, so I'm curious to see what they will do. Because the Death Star, it can work out really well, but at the same time, once they fired, if that shot doesn't pan, it makes them useless for about half a minute. So that's quite risky. And at this stage, I would assume that everyone is using calibrated shells rather than the rammer, because of the fact that you want to be able to pen more. Just taking a bit of a drink there. So then we are good to go with 1.5 minutes left to go. So we just need to be a little bit patient. This is basically the part where I'm just like, I would love it if you could just have a button where you can say, we are ready. And then when both teams are ready, you just go so you don't have to wait. But that's only like, you have a time limit of 5 minutes. But if you're already before, then you just get to go before. That kind of stuff. It would be really nice if they implemented something like that. And 45 seconds left to go. We've seen some lovely actions from E7 this match around. Oh god, they're doing it again. I do hope that they're not just actually. Just making sure that I have no map on the screen. You have 20 seconds left to ready up, guys. It's kind of nerve-wracking when people do this. I mean, it looks pretty. We've seen Raid do it on stream before, and it was really pretty, but oof. And here we go. Let's have a look-see. They're always making cheeky comments like that. I love it. So we have the princesses heading towards the middle, and Act 1 is going straight down the middle as well. This could be interesting because they're gonna meet, and they are spotting each other. And the AMX is taking a shot. Olaf is taking... Ooh, Mulan is getting absolutely hammered, but so is one of the IS-7s. We are missing action. And the AMX is... or at least one of them is in long reload. And now the Mouse is arriving. Olaf is getting absolutely hammered. I don't think this is going how they expected it to go. All tanks are still accounted for, but it's not gonna last all that long. Olaf is almost dead. Mulan is almost dead. There goes the 113. There goes Olaf, there goes Mulan. Tanks are dropping left and right. Both teams have lost 2 tanks so far. And the Object 140 is going after the 113, and he has an IS-7 to contend with as well, so he has to be careful. There we go, both teams have lost 3 tanks now. Object 140 is going to go after the 183 maybe. He's still on a long reload though. And they have to be careful of that DS. Elsa now one shot for the DS, but the E50M is going after it, and unless it's an ammo rack, they can have it. But he's actually hit in the rear by the Foch. Great teamwork that way, trolling the 183. Mouse ramming an AMX. And now it's just the IS-7 versus 3 people. And the poor mouse versus an AMX that is on a long reload. IS-7 is still alive somehow. Not sure how. But it won't last all that long. Oxblot escaping the mouse to kill off the IS-7. And now we just have 1 lone mouse versus 4 people. And E7 has a base. The mouse will bounce some shots. But he won't be able to survive this. AMX isn't even reloading again. Because they will arrive and he will still be able to unload 2 shots into the mouse there. There goes the mouse. And the first match is for E7. Oh, this is not the final 2 matches, by the way. This is the lower bracket. And then we get the grand finals. And that means that we get the second match in Alpenstadt in a minute and a half. And we see both teams already almost completely readied up. And we have Act 1 readied up with 2 113s, 2 IS-7s, an Object 140, a mouse and a 268. And E7 is readying up with the 121B Golden by Ariel, 3 IS-4s, 2 268s and a Batchat. So we are ready. And Merida can't spectate because Elsa is already there. On the other side they also have 1. And I hope they realize that that's not our doing. Wargaming limited the amount of spectators people can have. And we have half a minute left to go, and they are doing that thing again. Where they are unreadying and then readying up again. But they're apparently deciding not to do that this time. Which I think is a good call, because imagine someone not readying up in time or internet crashing as they are unreadied. They won't be able to fix that really. But with 15 seconds left to go, they are still doing it again. And I think that is cheeky. But I wouldn't say that's a good thing. In this case, that is. Sparky. Sparky's not ready. There we go. Just in time. And here we go. I honestly, look at this. Look how gorgeous. I love this. It's such a great tank. Such a lovely camo. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're just gonna enjoy it a few more seconds before I focus on the battle. But there we go. So we have E7 focusing primarily on the base A side, and we see that Act 1 is doing the other side. Well, it's doing it the other way. And basically not much is happening. The Batchat Olaf is now moving in to cap the base. Base C will be capped pretty soon. So they should work together and cap base A. And the monks will be overlooking base B, so they won't be able to cap that. The bad shot helping to cap. Blind shot happening. No one is there. But it did get them spotted, and the object 140 was trying to shoot them. There's a bridge in the way here. And we see the mouse losing a little bit of HP as he tries to cap. So let's have a look, see how that is happening. But he is pulling back to avoid getting shot. And he's doing so very wisely. And now both teams have a base, but one has a slight point advantage, which means that the pressure will be on E7 to do something, anything. The question is what they will do. They're not leaving base C unprotected. They have 2 people there. And we have the ice force here in the middle. With Sparky more so in the middle. The mouse having been spotted again, so he's pulling back a little bit. But not much is happening. We have a bit of a stalemate going on as they try to decide what to do and where to make that push. It's only a 5-point difference, so they just need to kill one person and then they have the advantage back. But they will need to do something. They can't stay here like that. Mouse losing a little bit of HP. Before Oxplot wisely pulls back again. 268 waiting at the back. Milan in a precarious position right now. Ariel having been spotted. And those 2 at the back. They know that there are people there. So let's see what happens. HE damage to a mouse, that is not really all that useful. The object 140 is pulling back towards the rest of the team. But he has been spotted doing that. But so has Milan, so he's pulling back towards the base again. Now Oxplot getting some damage. Overall the difference is really, really small, but there's not much happening. And they will need to make a move. They will need to decide where to make that push, where to grab the base. The mouse taking more damage, but so does Oxplot. Oxplot has to be careful that he doesn't lose too much HP there. Ariel moving in. Maybe they know that he's not alone, so I'm not sure why they're taking this risk. Milan taking damage. Ooh, big hit into the I7 there. Very nice shot by the object there. I7, Ariel now getting shot as well. They really just need to get one kill and then survive. Especially the surviving part can be hard. Look at this. Ariel's going to get rushed. Milan moving in. Milan getting shot. Dave Tarkus being shot. The mouse being ignored. They want to take that I7 out of the equation. There goes Yoppie. The mouse should be close behind because Ariel is almost dead. The mouse taking some health off Cinderella there. And the mouse is now also dead. They just need to survive. They are capping a base. They probably won't get away with it, but they are capping. And we are 935 points for E7. If they can take out that object, there we go. 990, and E7 has this game. It's pretty much a surety that they will have this. Very nicely built up by all of them. But I love how E7 took that home. And they were capping the base as a surety, even though it didn't matter in the end. And they didn't cap it in the end either. Lovely little game there. And that means that E7 is through to the grand finals versus LSA. So let's have a look. When is that happening? That is happening in 20 minutes. So we have a little bit of time. And we will be in Dynasty Pearl and Normandy for that. So far, they've won. LSA won both rounds against E7. So it will be intense to see what happens and where we will go. So in the meantime, let me find you another replay. Again, I don't have that many replays left, so... I think I showed one of these, but I'm not sure which. Yeah. He posted a double. That explains why I thought I had it twice. He actually posted a triple. I think he liked it that much. Yeah, let's have a look-see at this one then. This tank I'm not that big a fan of. But I know that a lot of people absolutely love it. And we see it being used in tournaments quite a bit. So I'm curious to see what he will do with this. Let's see where he goes. He is staying with his team, so I like that. He's also not clustering with the team, which I also like. Here we go, E100 spotted. No, don't even try that. This is why you need a lot more promo. E100 seems to be AFK, really. And he is getting shot. So now he has to move. He's on the long... Why did you stand still that long? Because you were typing. This is why you don't type. Load HE. Why do you carry some... Oh, I really disagree with this guy's ammo's choice. HE. At least look at the guy in HE to see if you can pen it. There we go. Our dude is reloading. But he's almost there. Jaeger's probably gonna take it home there. Or maybe not. There we go. And another one. Nicely done. I really should give this tank a second chance, really. I'm just not that big a fan of it. It's just not really my playstyle. No, instead I like expensive new tanks in the store, which is not good for my wallet. There you go, nicely done. Now reload your clip. Please reload your clip. I hope you know how to reload your clip. I don't think he does. There we go. Oh, he does, thank God. So an E3 and a Jaeger can do a hell lot together, but not when they're positioned like that. He has been spotted. Near ammo rack. There we go, 5.1k damage into it. Now he has to reload again. That's the downside of clippers. I think the E3 might be AFK actually. He's not doing anything. Yeah, he's holding up his thingy as a sign of surrender. And there we go. Nice little match. Lovely damage. And let's see how much time we have left now. 15 minutes. That means that I can show you one more. Oh, let's do this one then. Come on. So let's see what happens here. I like this gun. It looks nice. And it's Supremacy, which is my preferred game mode. Oh, by the way, we do get the realistic mode soon. I'm not looking forward to that. I think it's primarily a mode for the diehards. I just like playing a game, so I probably won't be playing that at all. Maybe one match to try it out, but that's it. Because there will be tanks, especially tanks with high penetration, that will have the absolute advantage here. There you go, 183 has been spotted. Nice little penetration there. A house review? What do you mean? T-57 Heavy in a lot of trouble now because he's now out of his clip and on the long reload. You can attempt to. Nice. Cheeky shot. HE to the butt. Or no damage, that works too. And that is the end of the 183 and the end of the T-57 Heavy. Let's see where he goes. He's going the long way around. Hugging a building. Load the HE for descent. He kinda needs like epic ammo racks or something. No, don't be too forwards. How is he gonna do this? Oh my lord. There we go. Nice little bounce. Ooh, got a better situation. Will he be able to do this? Aim carefully. Your life depends on it. There we go. Now you're up against the Moisken and the E100. Ooh, 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 that hurts. Use the building. I love what the E100 is doing here. That's actually very helpful for our Foch. And shooting the building. Lovely. Ooh, will he be able to do this? That will be epic. He just has to be careful of the moisture not hitting him in the bum. He does get hit in the bum. But ooh. 5.2k damage. He could actually sort of side scrape into it. He knows he needs to make a move. Ooh, nice bounce. Ooh, that bounce. Just don't try to ram a Moiskin. There we go. Nicely done. Very well done. Nice little ace there. 6.2k damage, 4 kills. Nearly 1500 basic speed. That is lovely. And let's see how much time we have left. Yeah, about 5 minutes, but I'm not going to risk another replay for that. So we're going to end up just talking about stuff. Question is, what will we talk about? Yeah, we're going to talk about the new game mode that is coming. Like, the reason that I think it is pretty diehard is because of the fact that you won't see anything. You won't see people unless you actually see them. Which, of course, it makes sense. And also the mini-map thing and all of that is all different. And you won't see any hit skins. And I know that a lot of people have asked for that. But at the same time, meh. I like my hit skins. And I like being able to see where to shoot. And all of that. I play this as a game. I don't need to try that hard. So I'm not that big a fan of that. At the same time, I know that some people will be really happy with it. And I think that it's good for wargaming to implement stuff like this. Just to see how it works, but also to see whether or not people like it. And as temporary events, like the mat games and all of that, these things can work out quite nicely. I'm just not a big fan of it myself, that's all. So yeah, that is basically, I do like the mat games. I don't always like it, but I like that it's a way to do things that isn't too serious. And because it doesn't count for your stats and all, it allows you to just have fun with it. So we just need to wait now for the room invite so we can watch the grand finals of the top echelon for the HZ server. Shouldn't be all too long. I'm getting a little bit impatient checking this. But we still have about 4 minutes left to go. 3.5 maybe? There we go. But yeah, somewhere around there. And we can just look at my pretty garage and all of that. But so far we've seen, now his head is smoking. So far we've seen some really fun matches today, but also the earlier days for the Asia server, but also the EU server. And I hate that I haven't been able to see the NA server, because I'm pretty sure that that would have been absolutely lovely as well. But yeah, there's no helping that, but it should be fixed for tonight, so then we will actually get to see some NA games, and those are the most important games for the top echelon games in NA, because that will be the finals for them as well. So, with a few more minutes left to go, I have nothing else to show you, aside from this garage. What do you think about the garage? I mean, I quite like it. I like that it's like widespread and not just some building somewhere. I mean, it does have its imperfections, of course, but I quite like it. And these are the kind of things that I like. I would like it if we have like seasonal maps. Like we have the Christmas map and we have this map. But like, make one for every season or something. That would be fun. And I don't really like the whole premium garage and all of that. This is much more fun in my opinion. I do like the avatars though. I actually bought a crate on here to get this avatar, and I'm really glad that I got it from the first crate. Of all the avatars around, I think it's one of the ones that I like more than others. Let's see which others that we have again. I also like the light bulb and the extreme hazard, but the extreme hazard on EU server would be automatically linked to raid, so that's not one that I use often, because raid is not my clan. So I use this venomous hunter thing, and I use the gemstones and that kind of stuff. I would really love the Thanos one like forever, But I don't think that that will be a thing. Because that was a cool avatar, the Thanos fist with the snapping the fingers kind of thing happening. So let's see, how far along are we? 1 minute left to go before we get the room. Always happens around 4:30 thereabouts, before the match is supposed to begin. Technically that is unsound because it should happen at 5, but yeah. If it works, it works, and you won't hear me complain all that much about it. So let's see. Give me that invite. Let me go to the room. Let me go over the maps with you guys. There we go. And we are ready for NSA versus E7 for the grand finals of the Top Echelon Championship. And we are starting it off on Dynasty's Pearl. Dynasty's Pearl is actually the panda map. If I'm not sure if you've noticed, but base C is around the belly. Then you have the chest and a little bit of neck at base B. And then you have the head with the little ears above that. So this is the panda map for me. I think it's quite cute. But yeah, that is the panda map. You have base C, which is considered the mat base. Base A, that is the heavy base. Base B in the middle. Base B, again, the hardest one to get, but also the harder one to steal, if you manage to get it. And we've seen some really super heavy tactics on this map, but also quite some mat tactics. And it's always interesting to see what people do here, because the map is really small. So playing a light or a medium doesn't always pay off, because you can't really run away. But at the same time, you do need that spotting, you do need that DPM. And that's why generally we see a combination of like the super heavies and the fast tanks here. And it will be fun to see what these guys do, especially in finals like this, because the gameplay will be epic. And if after Dynasty Pro we get a tiebreaker, we go to Normandy. Normandy looks like this, has 4 bases, base C and D closest to their respective spawns. Base B in the middle in a little bit of a hill, so basically if you go there you can get shot really easy. That's basically generally a thing with base B on pretty much all the maps. You can always get shot easily in there. And we have base B, which is base A, which is considered a mat base, and it's down a few ridges nearer to the beach. It will be fun to see what they do with this. I do hope we get a tiebreaker because of it, but we will see what happens. But that is basically it for the maps, so I'm going to take that away to make sure that it is not on your screen when we enter the battle. We have little less than 3 minutes left to go before we enter said battle. And then we are good to go. We have NSA completely readied up in a 268, a 113, an IS7, a pattern, 2 IS4s and a mouse. So there is quite a little bit of, bit of armor combined with basically DPM and light. Because there's IS4 and IS7 and the mouse are armor and a little bit troll. Then you have the 113 for relative speed together with the pattern, and the 268 is basically a jack of all aces. Jack of all tricks? I have actually no idea what the saying is, but it can do anything. And we have E7 that is not yet completely readied up, not yet ready. And I am glad that I got a reply to my saying that Wargaming decided 1 spectator only, so that they know that I'm not taking a slot from them. Oh my god, Ariel taking a Kaniotsu. Do it, do it. I wish we still had the LOL tractor. And the MS1. I love the MS1. I miss my old tier 1 tanks. They were so much fun. And E7 is still deciding what to drive. They've been unreading at the last moment and picking other tanks and all of that. Angry Connor is the tank that I hate the most. Please don't take that. Imagine accidentally entering the match with these kind of tanks. How hard would you hit yourself on the head for that? E25 and the micro mouse, always fun choices. But I do hope that with about 50 seconds left on the clock, they will actually start taking the tanks that they will go into the battle with. We have Merida into the 121B. There we go. People are changing to the tanks that they should drive. And we see E7 readied up. Well, sort of readied up. They're doing that thing again with 4 113s, a Batchat, an IS-4 and an E100. So that should be fun to see with that lineup. It's pretty mobile, but a lot less armor. So we will see. I can't wait. 12 seconds left to go before we enter the match. Oh god, guys, don't do that. Honestly, imagine missing this. Merida, there you go. That's a bit too close for comfort. But here we go, the start of the grand finals. Best of 3, the one that hits 2 victories first will take home the title. And here we go. And we have LSA focusing primarily on base C. The IS-7 was going elsewhere, but decides to go anywhere. To go with the rest after all. The Batchat is going straight on in. He might get absolutely hammered for being there. And he's not staying in the base, which I think is a very good call because you don't want to get hit. Especially with the 268 there and the IS-4. He's now in a very precarious position. He could get absolutely hammered. But Cinderella is on the rescue. And I think we might see some big hit into Cinderella just now. Ooh, but he hits the ground and that is very lucky for Cinderella. But he does get hit by that. IS-4 taking a little bit of a hit there. And now the Batchat is getting some help from the 113. But basically we have a sort of early brawl stage. Where Merida is getting absolutely hammered. He's not going to survive for much longer. 268 is taking a hit. The Batchat is passing by. They will need to coordinate this really well if they want to do this right. Merida has just been deleted. But so has Liberty. And Ariel is running off. Iron War Chest is low on HP. There goes the Batchat. Mulan is almost gone. And we'll be with this reload from the IS-7. There we go. The mouse is going off against Cinderella. Basically, E7 has lost 3 tanks already and is about to lose more. But they are focus firing Sparky against the IS-4. There we go. But there also goes Elsa. And now it is 4 versus 3 with a low health Cinderella that is running away. And at least these two, basically Sparky is going to be gone very soon. There he goes. And now we just have Emerald and Cinderella left. Base C being camped by the mouse. The E100 arriving behind the mouse, but it's not gonna help them much. Cinderella can't really do much. He does take a kill though from the pattern. And they have to be careful, because now the E100 is taking out the mouse. But they have 2 near full health tanks. And Cinderella has barely any HP left. He is running, but he's not going to survive this. There we go. And now it's just the E100 facing off against an IS-7 and an IS-4, and he bounced that shot. He's not going to survive this much longer. One more reload, and this game will be for LSA. And again, the start was good, but they didn't push together enough, really, to make this work. And that is sad, because it could have worked. But that is the first match gone, and the first match is for LSA. And we see that E7 is almost completely readied up again. LSA is almost completely readied up. And there is Maddox. And LSA is ready with a 268, a 113, an IS-7, a pattern, 2 IS-4s and a mouse. And we have E7 ready with 2 113s, 2 263s, a Batchat, an IS-4 and a 268. So that's a lot of YOLO wagon. I'm really curious to see if this will work and how this will work. They have 1 minute left to finish this whole thing that they do and keep doing, where they just unready and ready up again. But now the pressure is definitely on E7 because LSA just has to need to win one game in the next 2 matches, and E7 has to win both. But I do hope we get the tiebreaker because that will be fun. And the more matches, the merrier, basically. Honestly, don't know who Gnat is. I see them saying that a lot, but I don't know who that is. But there we go, 12 seconds left to go before we go into this match. Sparky, there you go. No, God, Sparky, don't do this. And here we go with the YOLO wagons on E7 side. Very curious to see how that will work out for them. And here we go. The pressure is on E7 to win this match. And we have all of LSA heading towards base C. And we see speed boosters on the other side, where Metadata is going straight towards the middle. And I wonder if he's going to cap base B. No, he's not. He's just running away again. Miraculously still full health. With the YOLO wagons in the middle. And they're going to cap. The pattern loses quite a bit of HP early on. The YOLO wagons have been spotted. Milan taking a massive hit there. And the YOLO wagons are ready. Base B has been capped. Shots happening. The one that suffered the most is Mulan together with the I7. Ooh, but there goes the pattern. The pattern losing quite a bit of HP as well. Oxblood getting rushed by the mouse here. Lots of fire happening all the way around. YOLO wagons holding really nicely in the middle. The mouse being hammered now from pretty much all sides. And I think that's a very... There goes the pattern. It was a very ballsy move from the mouse to do this, but it might just have cost him the game. The Batchat now in trouble, getting squeezed by the mouse. There goes Yasimiru. There goes Oxblood. The Batchat is next on the list to get wrecked, but not before the mouse. Batchat getting hugged. Olaf trying to protect the Batchat, but that's not gonna work. 268 versus 268. Olaf in trouble. But it is 5 versus 4. And we see the rest. There goes the 113. Both YOLO wagons are doing admirably well, really. Olaf still getting a shot in. There goes Mayocorn. And now it's just one YOLO wagon. And two YOLO wagons, actually. The YOLO wagons have pretty much saved this game. So we have just one IS-4 left versus 2 YOLO wagons and a 113. He's not gonna survive this much longer. And it's just a matter of who gets the kill. But it is Cinderella that gets it. And then Ariel that goes to sit on another tank. And now it is 1-1 and we get a tiebreaker. Woohoo! So we are moving on to Normandy. And we see that E7 has already completely read it up. They are rearing to go for this tiebreaker. And they are bringing 3 Object 140s, 3 IS-4s and a Batchat. Whereas... Oh my god. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. I just got a donation on YouTube and apparently I'm just gonna check that on YouTube real quick because that would be epic. I'm at 4K subs. Woo! So yeah, that allows me to squeal. because that is awesome. Yay. But yeah, anyway, let's focus on this match. I'm really happy with this. That is awesome. And like I said, yes, LSA now has 2 IS-7s, 2 IS-4s, an object for 40, a 268, and a mouse for Normandy. So that's a very heavy lineup. Whereas we see so much mobility with a bit of troll armor on E7 side. It can go really either which way. If you hear any music, that is actually my downstairs neighbor playing it so loudly that you can enjoy it too. But woo! I'm so happy with this. That is epic. 10 seconds left to go. We are ready. And here we go. For the tiebreaker, for the grand finals of the Top Echelon Championship for the Asia server. Bring it on. I'm actually rooting for both these teams, to be honest. On the one side you have Disney Princesses, which is epic. And on the other side, LSA has shown such lovely gameplay throughout the tournaments as far as we have been able to follow them. It's gonna be lovely. So we see that LSA is focusing primarily on the city side, which is quite to be expected, but with an IS-7 to overlook base A so that they don't get a free cap. No one is moving ahead into base D to get it, but the Batchat Cinderella is sliding into base C there for an early cap. And now base A and base D are both being capped by LSA, and you would expect them not to be able to get base A there. But the object 140s are going around the beach. They are going to get that 268 there. And now we see the 268 getting absolutely hammered already. And he has 3 object 140s to contend himself with. The IS-7 is turning around to help deal with that. But the mouse and the IS-7s are in trouble. They are getting... This is a brilliant move by E7. Absolutely love it. Let's see what happens here. They are peeking out. One of them will get shot by the 268. But it won't really matter. They are ready. They are just going for it. The 268 is just getting absolutely hammered. He's not going to survive much longer. Ooh, that missed though. But he does get hit shot from behind. There goes one of the IS-7s. And let's see what else I can show you. There's so much going on here. We have the 140s that are slowly pulling back. We have Cinderella and taking out that mouse. Then we have I Am War Chest being hammered. This is a brilliant move by E7. Absolutely love what they did here. They are now rushing the objects, but it is 5 versus 3 here. And that is not going to go well for LSA. Look at this. They did take out Olaf, but there goes I Am War Chest. There goes Sparky. But look at this. Korn is almost dead. There he goes. And now we have 140 left. Mulan just got hammered, but it's 4 versus 2. And this is going to be E7's game, and E7 is going to take home the title. We are just waiting for stuff to happen. That shot missed because they got rammed. We have an IS-7 that is almost gone. Racius is the last one alive. And there he goes. And the title is for E7. What a brilliant move going over the beach like that. And just pushing that aggressively from so many sides. Well played, guys. Honestly, awesome. Absolutely awesome to see. Very well done. I'm impressed. I love it. Thank you all so much for watching. Congratulations to E7 and LSA. Don't beat yourself up. You've been absolutely amazing so far. So just to give you a full picture, we have E7 first. We have... Oh, it's actually already moved on. There we go. Let's go. We have E7 first, then we have LSA. And then we have Act 1 and we have Feast 2 at the bottom of the top 4, but it's still the top 4 of a heck lot many games and many clans. You've been absolutely awesome. It is lovely. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the gameplay. It's been absolutely lovely. Love that move at the end by E7. Brilliantly done. Congratulations to the Disney Princesses. Keep bringing it in. Get more Disney Princesses. I'm all for it. Well done. And that is it for me for now. I'll be moving on to the EU stream in 5 hours thereabouts. And I hope to see you guys then. But if it is anything like this, I'm going to be looking forward to it tremendously. Again, congratulations to E7. And I'll be seeing you guys tonight, hopefully. Good night.